Today, we're going to listen for how many sounds we hear in words. This side will be for words that have 2 sounds, and this side will be for words that have 3 sounds. Gate. Let's stretch that together. Gate. G-A-T. Gate. How many sounds did we hear? 3. Good. Make sure you're stretching using your fingers. Your hand should be right here, ready to go. Ready? Edge. 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 How many sounds did we hear? 2. Boy. B-oy. Boy. How many sounds? 2. Feet. F-e-t. Feet. How many sounds did we hear? 3. Jam. J-a-m. Jam. How many sounds? 3. Good. Make sure your finger's stretching with me. Toes. T-o-z. Toes. How many sounds? 3. Up. 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 How many sounds? 2. Ape. A-p. Ape. How many sounds? 2. Fish. F-ish. Fish. How many sounds did we hear? 3. Key. K-e. Key. How many sounds? 2. Axe. 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 How many sounds? 2. Log. O-a-g. Log. How many sounds? 3. Good. We're doing the same thing here. Remember, this is for words that have 2 sounds, and this is for words that have 3 sounds. Make sure you're stretching with me. Ready? Your hand should be right here. Ice. I-s. Ice. How many sounds? 2. Lime. L-I-m. Lime. How many sounds? 3. Car. K-r. Car. How many sounds? 2. Hug. H-u-g. Hug. How many sounds? 3. Map. M-a-p. Map. How many sounds? 3. Bed. B-e-d. Bed. How many sounds do we hear? 3. Cow. K-ow. Cow. How many sounds? 2. Lick. L-I-k. Lick. How many sounds? 3. Bee. B-e. Bee. How many sounds? 2. Pie. P-I. Pie. How many sounds do we hear? 2. Sun. S-u-n. Sun. How many sounds? 3. Zoo, z, oo, zoo. How many sounds? 2. Good work. Let's go on to part 2. Now we're going to match the beginning sounds in some words. This is the letter B. B, what sound does the letter B spell? B. Right, now let's look at a few pictures to see which one begins with that sound. Bear, mittens, sunflower. Which one begins with B? Bear. Bear begins with B, so it also begins with the letter B. Book, cow, heart. Which one begins with B? Book. Book begins with B, so it begins with book begins with B, so it begins with the letter B. Envelope, boy, piano. Which one begins with B? Boy. Boy begins with the letter B. Deer, butterfly, volcano. Which one begins with B? Butterfly. Butterfly begins with the letter B. This is the letter K. What sound does the letter K spell? K. Kiwi, hospital, hamburger. Which one begins with K? Kiwi. Kiwi begins with K, so it begins with the letter K. Water, bottle, king, game. Which one begins with K? King. King begins with K, so it begins with the letter K. Egg, key, muffin. Which one begins with K? Key. Key begins with K, so it begins with the letter K. Kangaroo, lemon, ham. Which one begins with K? Kangaroo begins with the letter K. This is the letter V. What sound does the letter V make? V. Vase, boat, football. Which one begins with V? Vase. Vase begins with the letter V. Itch, violin, candles. Which one begins with V? Violin. Violin begins with V. 6. House, vegetables. Which one begins with V? Vegetables. Vegetables begins with V, so it starts with the letter V. Van, keyboard, ox. Which one begins with V? Van. Van begins with V, so it starts with the letter V. This is the letter E. What sound does the letter E make? Ah. Can you show me the motion? Your finger is running across the edge of a table. Ah. Good. Bed, edge, hug. Which one begins with eh? Edge. Edge begins with eh, so it starts with the letter E. Elephant, house, October. Which one begins with eh? Elephant. Elephant begins with eh, so it starts with the letter E. Tongue, sunglasses, elf. Which one begins with eh? Elf. Elf begins with so it starts with the letter E. This is the letter T. What sound does the letter T spell? T. Hammer, enter, toast. Which one begins with T? Toast. Toast begins with T, so it starts with the letter T. Tiger, caveman, bee. Which one begins with T? Tiger. Tiger starts with T, so it starts with the letter T. This is the letter C. What sound does the letter C spell? K. Basketball, cactus, headphones. Which one begins with K? Cactus. Cactus begins with K, so it starts with the letter C. Cube, eagle, scissors. Which one begins with K? Cube. Cube begins with K, so it starts with the letter C. This is the letter I. What sound does the letter I spell? I, like itch. Iguana, bug, eggplant. Which one begins with I? Iguana. Iguana begins with I, so it starts with the letter I. Great work. Let's keep going. We're going on to part 3. Now we're going to build words with our letter tiles by listening to the sounds in each word and putting our letter tiles in order. That's how we spell words. Let's build our first word. Net. Let's stretch the sounds in net. N, a, t. I heard 3 sounds in net. 1, 2, 3. N, a, t. The first sound I heard was n. What letter spells the sound n? N. The next sound I heard was a. What letter spells a? E. The last sound I heard was t. What sound spells the sound? What letter spells the sound t? T. Good. Let's do our next word. Leg. Get ready to stretch it with me. Leg. L, a, g. Leg. Good. The first sound I heard was L. What letter do we need? L. The next sound I heard was A. What letter do I need? E. The last sound I heard was G. What letter do we need? G. Pen. P. A. N. Pen. The first sound I heard was P. What letter do we need? P. The next sound I heard was A. What letter do we need? E. The last sound I heard was N. What letter? N. Pod. P. A. D. Pod. The first sound I heard was P. What letter do we need? P. The next sound I heard was A. What letter do we need? O. The last sound I heard was D. What letter do we need? D. Run. Let's stretch it. Run. N. Run. The first sound I heard was What letter do we need? R. The next sound I heard was What letter? U. The last sound I heard was N. What letter do we need? N. Cup. K. P. Cup. What's the first sound? Wait, the first sound we heard was K. What letter do we need? C. The next sound we heard was What letter? U. The last sound we heard was P. What letter do we need? P. Bag. B-A-G. Bag. The first sound I heard was B. What letter do we need? B. The next sound I heard was A. What letter do we need? A. The last sound I heard was G. What letter do we need? G. Hop. Ah, p. Hop. The first sound I heard was H. What letter do we need? H. The next sound I heard was ah. What letter do we need? O. The last sound I heard was P. What letter do we need? P. Van. V. A. N. Van. The first sound I heard was V. What letter do we need? V. The next sound I heard was A. What letter do we need? A. The last sound I heard was N. What letter do we need? N. Last one. Hug. G. Hug. The first sound I heard was H. What letter do we need? H. The next sound I heard was What letter do we need? U. The last sound I heard was G. What letter do we need? G. Great work with phonics today.